Austin, except for when you're driving a car like this. Hey everyone, I'm Rob and welcome to the test drive. Today, I'm driving the 2019 Dodge Challenger RT, and today I'm gonna tell you everything that you need to know about this car. Let's go. Now, usually my reviews are a lot more cinematic. However, I don't have a lot of time with this car. I've actually had it the last 2 days, but I haven't had time to film with it. So I'm doing this now. I don't have really any of my equipment with me other than my GoPro Hero 6 Black. So I'm filming the entire thing on that. However, I do have a lot more awesome videos on my channel, and we'll be producing a lot more cinematic content with my gimbal and drone, but I still wanted to at least give you my experience with this car and tell you, like I said, everything that you need to know about the 2019 Challenger RT. So there are several different trim levels of the 2019 Challenger. Dodge did reduce it to have less trim levels, which I think is a good thing. You have the SXT as the base model. That is a 3.6 liter V6 that it has, and it is available with all-wheel drive where it wasn't before. And then the GT, which is a higher end model, also gives you all-wheel drive as an option along with the 3.6 liter V6. However, when you get into the RT, that is when you step up to the V8 Challengers. And I have to say that this RT that I'm driving is absolutely awesome to drive. It is a lot of fun. So like in every other review, we're gonna start with the exterior of the 2019 Challenger RT. I've always loved the look of the Challenger. It has that retro muscle car design, and I really think it looks good. It hasn't changed very much at all since it was reintroduced, I wanna say in the 2008 model year. There was a minor facelift a couple of years ago. I'm pretty sure that happened in 2015, but again, the look is still pretty much the same. I love the look of the front end of this RT. It looks so much more aggressive than the base model V6 SXT Challengers. You have a more aggressive front end, more aggressive front bumper. You do have some yellow accents on this one that I really like. I haven't seen that in a Challenger RT before. I actually test drove a Challenger RT on the channel maybe a year and a half ago. It was a 2017, I believe, at the time that I had test drove that one. I love that it has these orange halo daytime running lamps. Those are very cool. They're on all the time. From the side, you have a very distinct muscle car design as well. You have these smaller windows, 20-inch rims, 245 millimeter tires as the base option with all seasons. You can get 275s to have wider tires and summers. I believe they're Pirelli P0s that come as the standard equipment if you get that upgrade. That is available in the RT. I think these rims look really good, the way that they're painted with a darker finish. I love the look of the fuel door. It's again just another retro look, and this car looks good from the back as well. You get dual exhaust. Overall, this is a very attractive and very distinct looking car. There is no modern car that looks anything like the Challenger. Now, getting to the interior of the Challenger RT, I think this is a pretty nice interior, especially for being the base option in the RT. You have cloth seats in the one that I'm driving. You can get leather. You can actually get leather and Alcantara. That may actually be the only option for higher end seats in the RT. I think that looks really good. I've seen it in some other RTs, just not in the one that I'm driving. You can also get heated seats. I love the steering wheel here as well. It is a very thick steering wheel, very aggressive design as well. The interior also has a lot of room for this car class. The driver and front passenger have plenty of room. The seats are actually pretty wide, and then the back seat is obviously cramped, but it's still a decent size. Now, there are two interesting things about the back seat in the Challenger RT. Number one, you have 3 seats in the back, where every other car in this class, the Mustang and the Camaro, only have 2 seats in the back. So this is actually a 5-seater, whereas those cars are 4-seaters. Not that the person sitting in the middle, unless they're a smaller child, is going to be very comfortable. However, you can also delete the rear seats for only $1. And what that does is it actually saves you 55 pounds in the weight of the car. So it's kind of interesting. I don't know how many people will actually want to do that, but you can. And I think that's pretty cool. Now, despite everything I've said so far about the 2019 Challenger RT, the absolute best thing about this car is the performance. Under the hood of this car is a 5.7 liter HEMI V8, and that puts out 375 horsepower and 410 pound-feet of torque. And that's pretty good. It does make this Challenger pretty fast and significantly faster than the V6 options. But the best part about it is the sound. The sound of this HEMI is awesome. Every time you floor it, you get an unbelievable V8 sound. It is so good. I mean, the exhaust note in this car is so aggressive. Other cars on the road can hear it, and you being in this car can hear it very well. When you floor it in this car, it's not that it's slow, but this is a rear-wheel drive car. It does break traction very easily, and while it is fast, it's not insanely fast. It's not face-ripping fast, but the sound is addicting. It is so addicting that every single time that I saw this car in the morning and walked up to it, and it's been pretty cold where I've been in Massachusetts, I had to remote start it just so I could hear the exhaust, just so I could hear it fire up, because it is that good and it is that addicting. Another thing that I love about the Challenger RT is that even in 2019, the base transmission, the standard transmission, I should say, is a 6-speed Tremec manual, and that is an awesome transmission. Now, unfortunately for me, because I love driving manual cars, the transmission that's in this one is the 8-speed automatic, and that is still a good transmission. Downshifts are not quite instant, but they're almost there. They're pretty good. It pretty much always knows what gear you want it to be in. But yeah, the shifts really are not instant at all. You can also put the car in sport mode if you want. That does seem to stiffen up the steering, and it definitely changes the behavior of the transmission. It keeps it in 7th gear as the highest gear, really doesn't go into 8th gear at all. It downshifts way more aggressively, and it holds gears a lot longer than it would in normal mode. You also have a very big traction off button, and that can be a little bit interesting if you do turn off traction and you floor it, because you will smoke the rear tires. But that is a lot of fun. It's the sound and the ability to break traction that makes the 2019 Challenger RT so much fun. The Challenger RT also has a pretty nice ride. It is a stiffer suspension, obviously, but it's not bad. I mean, you do feel quite a bit of the imperfections in the road, but it still rides pretty nicely. It's actually very comfortable to drive in on a long trip. This was a very comfortable car to drive on roads that aren't very nice. Oh my gosh, that sound. And that's the thing too, everybody around can hear the sound of this car. Now, getting to the technology in the 2019 Challenger RT, the one that I'm driving is pretty much at the base level, and I think that this is pretty well equipped for being essentially a base Challenger RT. You get keyless entry, you get push button start, you also get a 7-inch Uconnect screen, which to me is good enough. You can get an 8-inch screen as well, which is a little bit bigger, and then you can also get the 8-inch screen with navigation. But again, the 7-inch screen is great. It's a very nice Uconnect system, the latest generation of that's been available in the Challenger. Obviously, in like the new Ram, you have a massive screen with a little bit different of a system. But again, the system in here is very nice. You also get Apple CarPlay and Android Auto Standard, and I think that's great. Really, it makes upgrading to the larger screen not really that big of a concern, in my opinion. You also have a nice digital screen in between the tachometer and the speedometer. It's pretty big. It gives you a digital speedometer, and it also gives you a bunch of other vehicle information. It also gives you some performance aspects like the 0 to 60 timer, which is really cool. I also love the retro look of the gauges. Really awesome, in my opinion, for this car. Now, as you might imagine, the Challenger RT does not handle that well around corners, and it's really not meant to do that. It does handle okay. The Challenger has always always been a straight line car, and that's really what it's about. And maybe not the Challenger RT so much. Obviously, if you look at the higher end Challengers, they are significantly faster. They put out significantly more power, and they are phenomenal in a straight line. But even the RT is pretty good. It's pretty quick, but it is so much fun because of the sound and the look, and the driving experience because of that is really awesome. So I hope you enjoyed this quicker and unfortunately less cinematic review of the 2019 Challenger RT. I hope to drive this car again and do a very nice, very cinematic review. If I do get another opportunity, I absolutely will make that video. However, I hope you enjoyed this one. Once again, I'm Rob. This is the test drive. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and please hit that subscribe button to support the channel and so you don't miss out on any new automotive content. I have so many more videos in the works, so make sure you hit that subscribe button to become a part of it so you do not miss out on anything. Thanks again for taking this test drive with me, and I'll see you again in the next video. Bye-bye.